Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Panzerpenguin 38 Aslains K. It's the Tier 5 German medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Himmelsdorf and it's under the commands of Panzerpenguin. Well, this is one of the new tanks that was brought in under the holiday ops. It's basically a derivation of the Panzer 38, Panzer 38, which was actually a Czech tank that was taken by the Germans and put into their use. The Model K, or Aslains K, is basically a version that looks very similar to the VK1601 Leopard. As you probably noticed, it's got the same hull shape. It's got a 75mm main gun capable of 115 alpha with 100 alpha with 115mm of pin, and the reload time is also fairly good. It's by the book it's 5 seconds if I remember correctly, and it's actually 3.16, and he's got a reload time of trying to search for it now. There it is, it's 3.03. Now this is a Himmelsdorf game. There is an event going on. We've got the railway wagon. Oh, and there's an air strike coming in. And we're getting damage on some of these enemy tanks that should be pulling back. Okay, this building's about to get hit. We've decided to cut straight across. And we pumped around into the Panzer III Aslains K. Now this tank doesn't have much in the way of armour. In fact, it's very thin armour. But the Panzer III is taking a lot of damage with that 75mm main gun. And we're now taking on a Panzer IV Aslains F5. And that's a more meaty version, because that tank was actually devised to deal with the T-34s. Now this tank I don't believe actually did get produced. As you can see, it's actually quite an effective tank, considering it doesn't have much in the way of armour. Oh, we've got an enemy tank firing up at us, an M10 RDFM, we can't ignore that. We have to fire back down. But being so aggressive has yielded the top of the hill, and now we can shoot down on the enemy from this position. And yes, that M10 is down there and he just hit us. And we've lost our loader, but we've got the loader back in. Now we should be able to get shots on some of the enemy down here. And yes, we're shooting down on an M5 Stuart. Okay, he's got another tank down there, a KV-1SA. We're taking fire from the M5. Yeah, got to pull back. In fact, he's lost his engine. We're 2 up on the enemy, now we're 1 up on the enemy. And yeah, he's got to fix that engine before, and his repair kit's on cooldown. So it's going to be a little while before he can fix that. So he's going to carry on shooting from up here and getting damage on the enemy. Oh, he's looking at us. In fact, he does get a hit. Remember, that's the auto reloader one, but he goes down to 1 shot. Now, apparently, we are being capped at the other end, but Panzerpenguin's having a fun time with his new tank, his new toy. I must admit, this does look quite an interesting tank. When you remember, the VK is only a light tank, and this one is a medium, not a light. It's got the characteristics of a light tank. It came and derived from a light tank, but it is definitely a medium, and it's got a medium size as well. Okay, so there's only 3 enemy left. They've stopped capping. One of the enemies just around the corner. It's the same Stuart who was attacking us. Okay, auto-aimed on. And, yep, he's getting damaged. Now he's going after the KV. Oh, and somebody pushed him out of the way, trying to get at the enemy. We got that kill, though. And that's 5 we're up to now. So, yes, Panzerpenguin does like this new tank. Has a fairly weak cupola, which is actually quite good, but he's very low on hit points. Oh, well, will he survive? Yes, he does. And he gets the last kill and slides the wall. And that's a decent game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first ace tanker for Panzerpenguin in the Pz.Kpfw 38 Aslains K. He managed to get, you can tell it's first ace tanker because he's got the scrolls underneath. He managed to get a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. Master Gunner for getting 5 arm-penetrating shots in a row. Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 8. And he got a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks or more. He also got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game. And that last tank he was rushing to kill was actually to get a top gun. So very well played, considering he was very low on hit points at that point, and he could have been taken out if the guy was more alert and more aware, but he was probably playing around in his new tank and wasn't aware that Panzerpenguin was rolling in on him very quickly with a one shot to kill him. Anyway, let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see Panzerpenguin got the highest damage in that game, 1,938. Second highest was also a Panzer 38K with 1,547. And the third highest, well, that went to a Churchill 1 with 1,099 hit points. When it came to kills, Panzerpenguin got that one too. 6 kills to him. 3 kills went to a Panzer F2. And on the enemy team, the other one who got 3 kills was also a Panzer 38K. And when it came to base XP, he got that one too. In fact, he got 1,295, being the only player to get over 1,000 base in the game. And that means that he's got the top in all 3 columns, and he excelled in this game, so he played it exceptionally well. Second place went to the Panzer F2, who managed 762, and the third highest base XP went to the other Panzer 38K on his own team with 596, and that guy also got a Spartan medal in the game. He fired 30 rounds. Now, this tank carries 60, so he actually only used half his ammo. He got 24 direct hits on the enemy and 23 penetrations. So the gun has got good penetration, and he was accurate with his shots most of the time. A few times he was trying to shoot at somebody who was a bit further away. 1,938 hit points of damage, of which 217 was at more than 300 meters. So most of the damage was done at close range. He did receive 9 hits, 8 of which were penetrations, 1 non-penetration. The armor is very thin. It's one of the reasons why this thing goes 55 kilometers an hour, but it does let the shells in. So ideally, you want to convert one of the enemy tanks into a wreck so you can use that as extra armor to shoot at the enemy, just as he did in this one, right on top of the hill. As soon as he got rid of that Panzer 3 Aslains J, he was able to use it as a wreck and cover an extra armor so he could take out the other tanks that were up there, such as the Panzer F2. He also blocked damage of 70 hit points. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 25 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he did earn a profit of 88,685 credits from that game, and you can see that his ammo costs were minimal because he was only using the 75mm AP, not the APCR, and that really did save him a lot. He also got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 4,662 experience points out of that one as well. So a very comfortable first ace tanker from Panzerpenguin in this tank. It's not the only video we've got featuring this tank. In fact, we've got another one coming up. I'll do that separately, and it'll be along shortly. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.